Explore Maui, offering a unique land and soul-based experience of Hawaii, focusing on natural wonders, ancestral knowledge, and the spirit of aloha. Enhance your understanding of the islands and its culture through our holistic educational approach. For a deeper dive into Hawaii's inner journey, check out our Hawaii Immersion course. Click the link below to buy the course and immerse yourself in the enchanting world of Hawaii. This comprehensive program will dive into Hawaiian language basics called Olelo Hawaii, history, mythology, and family-centered education content linked to place-based learning. With over 31 lessons available for self-paced learning, you'll also have access to 4 live weekly sessions aimed at initiating your Hawaiian language journey. Click the link below to start your Hawaii Immersion course. The top 10 beginning surf breaks in Maui. So Maui is known for the most beginning surf breaks of any of the other Hawaiian islands. So you're a beginning surfer if you want easy accessibility and you've never surfed before and you don't want to compete and you want a friendly vibe. These are all part of our 10 beginning surf breaks on Maui. Also, you don't have to worry because there's going to be a lack of obstacles like reefs, rocks, and riptides in most of these areas. Also, you got to remember as a beginner, you have to try to surf waves that's mostly 3 feet tall and don't really go out when there's a lot of wind and if there's a storm. And another tip is avoid large crowds as much as possible and just follow some basic surfing etiquette, like the right of the way rules in the water. Also to note, these beginner spots under certain conditions can be not so beginner spots. So just like any other surf spot, there's additional dangers like strong riptides and heavy reef. So you really gotta be looking out and watching what the situations are. But with all that said, Maui is probably the best beginning surf spots of the entire Hawaiian Islands. So I'm so stoked to share this with you. First one is the Cove. The Cove is at Kalama Beach Park in Kihei. This is the ultimate beginning spot. It's kind of like Maui's little Waikiki. The Cove is mostly crowded most of the year. It's kind of consistent waves, and they break both to the left and to the right in shallow water. There's a handful of waves and days for everyone, for beginners, but the most common problem is that they're usually too small and powerless. But check out the Cove. Number 2, my favorite, Laniopoko. So Laniopoko is such a family-oriented surf break. It's on the west side of Maui. It's easy access from Honoaupili Highway. You're close to Lahaina town, around 10 minutes. It's right around mile marker 18. So Laniopoko is popular with local families, longboarders, stand-up paddleboards, and beginning surfers. Check out Laniopoko. Number 3, Breakwall. So Breakwall is just off of Front Street in the heart of Lahaina. Sometimes it can be a hit or miss. Sometimes the waves can be really small and the tide really low. You can get surf lessons here as well. Also, keep in mind during large swells, especially during the summertime, Breakwall can get too big and chaotic for beginners. So be safe. Another one to check out is Ka'anapali Beach. Ka'anapali is picture perfect. It's just outside of Ka'anapali Ali'i, and it's to the right of the Marriott. This beach is like consistently ranked as one of the most beautiful beaches in the world, and it's also a fun place to learn to surf on the island. Up next is Puamana. Puamana is on mile marker 19. The waves tend to be a little short and closes out, but it's a great place to practice standing up on the wave. And it's also a quick paddle out, so you can catch a lot of waves with little fatigue. Number 6 is a place called Grandma's. Grandma's has a campground on site. It's just off mile marker 11. And number 7, Paia Bay. Paia Bay is sometimes a beginning surf break, sometimes not a beginning surf break. When Ho'okipa is just a little too big, I like to go there. You can barely surf it during the summer months because the waves are really small, but it has a nice sandy beach to paddle out and to practice your skills. With that said, sometimes the overhead can be really deceiving. The waves may look small, but then they can just pop out of nowhere. They also have a cool skate park right next to it. Number 8, back to the west side, a spot called Thousand Peaks. It's known as Thousand Peaks because the peaks are endless. You can find it at mile marker 12 at Ukumehame Beach Park off Honoaupili Highway. The only thing to be aware with this spot is the paddle out can be very exhausting. So if you're not a strong paddler, I suggest that you put this spot on the side. There's also places in this area where you can get trapped, so be careful there. Number 9, guardrails. So guardrails is part of the stretch of Honoaupili Highway on the west side. It's just 5 minutes off of Lahaina between mile marker 18 and 19. And if you guessed it, the wave breaks just alongside of the guardrail of the road. That's why it's called guardrails. It's right next to Laniopoko. It's not really that crowded, but there's a lot of longboarders and stand-up paddleboarders there. And number 10 is Oluwalu. Oluwalu is one of the best beginning spots on Maui. It's located on the west side. It's a perfect place to learn how to surf because this summer they're pretty small and steady. Oluwalu is for beginners and intermediate surf breaks here on Maui. This one, you kind of want a little experience before you paddle out, or go with an experienced surfer on Maui or a surf instructor. There you have it. Hawaii and surfing go hand in hand. Maui's probably the best spot for beginners, so I hope you get to enjoy these spots. As we wrap up our journey through Explore Maui, we hope you've experienced the true essence of Ohana and the island's spirit. This podcast has offered a unique perspective on Maui, focusing on both its natural wonders and timeless wisdom of aloha. Whether you're a homeschool family seeking real-world experience, a visitor looking to enrich your trip, or a long-time resident seeking fresh inspiration, Explore Maui has your go-to resource. Before we part ways, we have exciting news. Are you eager to dive deeper into the heart of Hawaii? Our upcoming Hawaii Immersion online course and webinars offer a unique opportunity to explore the profound depths of the Pacific Gem. Click the link below to discover about Hawaii's language, culture, and cosmic traditions as you've never seen them before.